All right, folks, here's a reminder. Kyle's urging us to enjoy this sun while we can because he says a messy situation is about to hit North Texas.
Yeah, you wouldn't know it by walking outside today because today was just absolutely gorgeous. Plenty of sunshine, a little cool out, obviously, but not all that bad for a January day. And I mean, tomorrow is going to be totally different. Cloudy, rainy, chilly, maybe even a little snowy for portions of the area as well. Western, northern North Texas, you have the best chance at seeing snow. You also have the best chance at seeing some mostly light accumulations in these areas that are in purple, which does not include any part of the DFW area. The purple areas are winter weather advisories. DFW area not underneath the winter weather advisory at this point. Purple area is the best chance at maybe seeing some light snow accumulation, maybe some slushy roads, some slushy bridges and overpasses here or there, especially the farther north and northwest you go. Could there be some snow falling in DFW, especially late in the day tomorrow, maybe even into the early nighttime hours? I definitely think it's possible, but I don't see enough accumulating to cause any sort of problems. In fact, for DFW, it's maybe a dusting here or there. You know, the hood of your car, the roof of your house, maybe a little grassy area here or there picks up a light dusting or a coating, maybe a dusting to a coating of a ½ an inch or so from Mineral Wells to Denton to McKinney. From Graham to Bowie to Gainesville, Sherman, Bonham, it might be 1 to 3 inches, mainly on grassy and elevated surfaces. But those elevated surfaces, of course, would include bridges and overpasses. This is going to be a wet snow. This isn't going to be, picture perfect, just nice snow crystals or something like that. It's just going to be kind of a wet and soppy snow that's going to fall during the day tomorrow because temperatures are going to be mainly above freezing for pretty much everywhere during the day tomorrow. Yes, it can snow when temperatures are above freezing, and that's what we'll see tomorrow. But when that happens, it's a very wet snow, so it could create some slushy bridges and overpasses, especially across northern and western areas, basically in those areas that are underneath that winter weather advisory. But as I mentioned, for DFW, most of you, maybe it's a dusting here or there. Northern portions of Denton and Collin counties and Wise County, it's dusting to maybe ½ an inch during the day tomorrow. More so probably tomorrow, late afternoon, evening, and into the nighttime hours, because here's the timing for you. We cloud up overnight tonight. Here comes the rain across western North Texas, 3 a.m. tomorrow. Rain moves across DFW as we head into tomorrow morning. The morning commute looking pretty wet for a lot of you. Rounds of showers, and some of which could be a little heavy during the day tomorrow as well. There's noon, raining in and around DFW. Rain, snow, or maybe a little transition to just snow happening from Bowie to Graham at that point. As we head toward noon, quite rainy for DFW. Rain snow mix for western areas. 3 o'clock, still just rainy for DFW, but as we head into the late afternoon and evening hours, you start to see this rain snow mixture, or maybe just snow, starting to move a little bit closer to the DFW area. By 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock, kind of a brief round of snow moves through, but there's that freezing line, which means I don't see it, accumulating on the roads and freezing and all of a sudden becoming an icy situation or something like that for most of you. Could there be, some slushy spots, some slushy bridges and overpasses for western and northern locations? Sure, but I don't see that happening for DFW with those temperatures staying above freezing. All this moves out tomorrow night. By midnight, pretty much everybody is dry, and Wednesday morning will be dry, but most of you will be above freezing with the exception of west of DFW, maybe northwest of DFW, and that's where we could have a little bit of refreezing situation first thing Wednesday morning, but Wednesday afternoon will be plenty warm. So here's your lows by Wednesday morning. It'll be cold, but above freezing for most of you. A light freeze possible to the west and to the north, and so that's where where the snow falls, and if it accumulates on some of those bridges and overpasses, you might have more of a icy situation as we head into Wednesday morning, but that would be, once again, for a small portion of our viewing area. The majority of you, which is obviously most of the DFW area, not going to be dealing with that Wednesday morning. But everybody's going to pick up a good round of soaking rain, around 1 inch possible across the area. Remember, most of the day tomorrow is just going to be a gross day. Chilly and rainy, maybe even some heavy rain at times, and then kind of late in the day and in the evening and nighttime hours, a transition to maybe rain and snow, or maybe just a brief round of just snow in and around DFW. UNT and Denton, 52 degrees. You can see the clouds maybe starting to roll in there. There they are over Cedar Hill at 53. Those clouds will increase overnight tonight. Your evening's going to be fine. Nothing going on this evening. It'll just be kind of a chilly evening with those temperatures in the 40s, but clouds certainly on the increase tonight. Showers definitely out there tomorrow morning. A rainy and chilly day tomorrow. A high of around 41. That'll probably happen in the morning, and then the rest of the day will be spent in the upper 30s, and then maybe a little late day rain snow mixture, or maybe even just snow, but not enough to cause any sort of problems, at least in DFW, or if it does fall from the sky, it'll all just melt basically once it hits the ground, because there you go. Wednesday morning, a low of 35. Chilly Wednesday afternoon, 49. Some clouds hanging around during the day on Wednesday. We do warm up the rest of the week, 59 by Friday, 60 by Saturday. Next week's a little cool to chilly with maybe some rain around as well, but I don't have any wintry weather next week.